G'day, you beautiful people. My name is Lucas, and today we're going to be looking at various Star Wars characters' crimes, and we're going to see how long they'd be locked up for if they were to be charged. But before we get into that, we do have a Bob shout out, and it's going to PMKL462. We finally have a new person. Well, not so new, but we're changing it up from, the streak we were having of the same person finding Bob. And if you don't know who Bob is, he is this lovely little stick figure fella right here. I made him myself, and if you find him, you get a shout out in the next video. It's really that simple. But enough of that, let's get straight to the video. Okay, here we are. Let's get right into it. We'll let a few go out. Oh, Leia, we have to stop. Well, we got Q90, basic droid. And it's just jailbreaking Berg. That's a bloke from Mando, if you don't remember, again, yeah, it's pretty simple there. Rebel Alliance. I wonder what 100 years. And traitor. I'm assuming it's mainly just for the stuff she did as a rebel. That's pretty simple right there. Mando. Well, we'll stop there. I guess he's a bounty hunter, and he's probably killed a few people. Yeah, maybe, yeah. And we got a murderer next, okay. Luke Skywalker. 320 years. Jyn Erso, 320. 320 what? Jyn's got more time than Luke. That's actually interesting. I guess she was a rebel for longer, but he kind of blew up the Death Star, and imagine how many people are on that. Luke should be more than 320 for all the lives he cost during the Death Star, right? I'd assume there's a lot. But, let's just keep going. Chewie. 390 Bomber Boy. Han's going to be even higher, obviously. Honestly, I would have expected more. He's a notorious smuggler. Spy, and a rebel. And active for a while in various... Even before he was a rebel, he was and doing the spice trade, he was involved in some less than... Yeah, well, pretty shady business, I guess, I would say. But, 400, I guess that's a lot, if you think about it. Just start, in the terms of the other characters, I would expect more. Let's continue. Yoda. 450, makes sense. Jawas. I have to keep going so you guys can see it. 525. Now, you can't... They're charging the entire species, not just one particular Jawa. That's not really how it works. I don't think you can really charge the entire species. I guess they all do the same thing, steal everything and, resell and all that. But again, you can't go, I reckon this is just a number pulled from nowhere, in my opinion, in my humblest of opinions. Cassian Andor, I love him. 575. I need to stop there so we can see it all. Cassian Andor, 575. Obi-Wan, 650. I guess if you go by him being one of the most wanted people by the Empire, he would have had a hefty bounty. Oh, we got to... I'm gonna move my head over here quickly, so probably a smarter spot. Let's go. Back. Admiral Ackbar, 800. Excuse me, 800. I guess he's an admiral for the Rebel Alliance. Oof. And then 700 for our shape-shifting firm which tried to kill our girl Padme. Kind of makes sense, bounty hunter, probably got quite a few murders, and an attempted murder on a senator, probably a hefty sentence, I would assume. Ooh, 1.5k for Moff. I guess she's like one of the highest ranked members in the Rebel Alliance. That's probably what does it. And then Bossk, again, bounty hunter, long-serving bounty hunter too. So I guess he'd have quite a big, you know, tally on his name. But 1.5 by Mon Mothma, she's a pacifist, but I guess again she was well pretty peaceful. She isn't someone going out there and doing the fighting herself. But I guess she's a factor and became she's a leader. She defected. She was a senator on the Empire and she defected from them. She's a bit of a traitor. That's probably all. That probably helped. Bib Fortuna working for Jabba probably racked up. Galen Erso betrayed the Empire again, and he also helped. He made the fatal flaw in the Death Star, so that's probably put it up there. Asajj Ventress, a Sith assassin, she'd probably have a bit of a high tally on her name. Savage Opress, I loved him back in the day in the Clone Wars. Fennec, 20k. Oh, how does Hux have such a destroying it? But he was part of the ruling power. I guess yeah. If someone else charged him, that would he. Because so he's got like 35k because he blew up the planet, right? Luke blew up the Death Star with all the personnel, not just think about the amount of people would have to be on that to run it, not just the serving members like the stormtroopers and then people that the military members, but just the maintenance crew that manage it, all gone. Boom. So many would have died during that, and Hux is got a similar reason for having so much. I don't know how Luke doesn't have such a high. Oh, Cad Bane. I got distracted too easily there. Kylo Ren. Woo! 80k, but Kylo and 50 by like Cad Bane's 50k makes a lot of sense. How long was he a bounty hunter for? He off Jedi. He served for multiple eras. Well, he was around. He was survived up until Mando, the Mando timeline, really. So that's 3 governments. He was a bounty hunter during, so he would have been able to do a lot of damage during that. Kylo Ren, as a member of the First Order, destroyed Luke. He's done a bit of, I need to be careful with my words, YouTube. But yeah, he's been a bit of a sussy boy, we could say. Snoke. Okay. 100k. Honestly, I was going to say I'd expect Snoke to be higher than Jabba, but then I remembered how old Jabba is and how long-serving he had much time, and he was a crime lord as well. And so Snoke didn't have that much time to rack up all these charges, but he's pretty high, 100k. I mean, he did take over the galaxy, and he's probably done a lot of killing in his name. Moff Gideon, 200, and Saw 240. That's a lot. I mean, Saw again, that rebel, and he was a bit more of an aggressive rebel, so he was willing to kill for the cause. Moff Gideon, again, another Imperial, and he was serving late after the Empire was fallen, and he did a lot. It's an understatement saying that, I guess. Krennic, 2. Grievous. Ooh, 250 for Grievous. Oof, that's a lot. Stealing lightsabers has to count for that being there. But he also offed quite a few people. Jedi and everyone. He was not a great guy to be around, if I do say so myself. They're including Starkiller. They've got Starkiller. I love Starkiller. So it's not just canon characters, obviously. We got Starkiller right there. Trained by Vader. In the games, he would have racked up a lot of kills. Previous canonically, not. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but yeah, he would have racked up a lot. And again, that defecting would probably be a crime. I'm assuming, because it normally is. And he was an assassin for Vader, and then when he defected, he did more and more. So I'm assuming it's accounting for that, maybe. I was going to say Boba Fett has to be high. Maul. Yeah, both make sense. A long-acting bounty hunter. and then become a bit of a crime lord himself. And then Maul starts off as he offs Qui-Gon pretty early on. He's the apprentice of Palpatine for a bit, and then he goes off by himself, becomes his own little, tries to be his own Sith Lord, and starts running a crime syndicate. All things that add up a lot to the tally. That and just the general offing he did. He's offed a few people. Jango, and then Jango 400k, and then Vader 600k. I mean, both really make sense if you think about it. Like Jango, another bounty hunter and a long-acting bounty hunter that was had like training specifically to be able to take down Jedi and has taken down Jedi previously. And then Vader, it's Vader. The amount, just the amount during the Jedi siege, that would have racked up so much, and then he did more, taking over the galaxy, and he destroyed a lot, killed a lot. So that the Vader one really makes sense. I'm expecting, Bane. I was not expecting to see Bane, and then the Grand. How does the Grand Inquisitor have more than Vader? Like, Bane makes sense, but how does the Grand Inquisitor, right, have more than our boy Vader? It just makes no sense. I don't accept it. Vader would have more. Count Dooku. I guess so. He did a lot during the. I'm 900,000 though. He did a lot in the Clone Wars, I guess. Sion. Okay, I was not expecting this. 1 mil though. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. There's a lot. There's some interesting people they've managed to put in here. I'm enjoying this. Tarkin. Ooh. Oh, because he gave the order to destroy Alderaan, and they're putting all those deaths on him. But another one based off the deaths. How does Luke have such a little one if they're going by that, right? If they're going off that, Luke has to be up there too. As much he is a hero, the good guy, right? But how can he? So what? They can't just go, because the government at the time would have seen him as a killer because he killed actual government employees during that. So how is he not given such higher? Just because we know the Empire is bad, but he still did the crimes. They should have counted it, in my humblest of opinions. Braun. I could. That's a lot. It does make sense though. Braun did a lot. Darth Sidious. Who's gonna be high? Oh, Revan. Wait. 10 mil by Revan. 10 mil. I was not expecting that. Like, Sidious makes sense to have a lot, but he's almost 10 times Sidious. I mean, he did wage war and started the Jedi Civil War, and he did a lot, but I was not expecting 10 mil, honestly. A lot of Revan stuff I do forget because it's not current canon, so I have forgotten a lot of what he does, and now that I think of it, he did do a lot. So there is a lot you could give him. But this is no longer canon, guys, so technically, it's not canon. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Who's going to be higher? Malik is only a little bit higher. Ooh, that's 40 mil. I guess when we start getting to Legends, there's a lot worse than Sidious. So the rest are just gonna be Legends. Who's next? No, it makes sense. He is a bit of a naughty boy, you could say. He does off a lot of people. He's a very, very powerful Sith. Okay, makes sense. Who's next? Exar Kun. That's interesting though. Cool, Exar Kun. I am not even going to try and pronounce his name. 200 mil though. It's from, again, Legends, Great Hyperspace War. Again, he would have done a lot during the Great Hyperspace. There's a lot of craziness in the Great Hyperspace War. I'm good at English. Legends is insane. Yeah, you can see the amount of step up between current canon characters and then the insanity that was the Legends. I miss Legends sometimes. Hopefully more of this like gets brought in the future. Because the Legends characters were so good. Let's surely there's no more after that. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, again, so yeah, Legends characters are just absolutely insane. So the Star Wars nerd in me wants more Legend. They're slowly making more and more Legend stuff canon. So hopefully they keep going because some of that Legend stuff is actually insane. That's my little Star Wars rant of the day. But enough of that. Don't forget to like this video. I would appreciate it. Subscribe if you enjoyed. You could see more of me. I hope you'd enjoy that. But you should also try looking at that video. YouTube thinks you'd enjoy it, so give it a click-a-rooney. And I want you to remember I love you all, and have a great day.